Alright, so I had a lot of fun making a comparison video on our two four-wheelers, so now I want to make one on the lawnmower. Alright, this is the John Deere X370 lawn and garden tractor. Alright, let's start out with the engine. So really easy to get to, you just lift this front up right here at the hood. So this is an 18.5 horsepower Kawasaki engine. It is not the fastest engine ever. I wish it would go a little bit faster, but then again, maybe it wouldn't cut as well. I don't know, but I think they could tune that to make both work together. Here's your battery in here. The whole bungee strap thing, to me, seems a little bit like an afterthought. Same with the zip tie here. I think they could have a little bit more professional way of doing that. But as far as the battery itself, it's worked fine. Alright, let's talk about the seat for a minute. So it's a very comfortable seat. It has a hole in the back so that you can get some airflow back there. It is getting a little crack in it, but for the most part, it's pretty, maybe not the most durable seat ever, but it's comfortable. This is also where some of the magic happens as far as comfort goes. These springs, you can slide them forward and back, depending on where it works for you. Over under here, this is a deck leveling kit that comes right under the seat. You can use that in case your deck isn't leveled. Fuel cap's in a nice location. It's got 3.3 gallons of fuel capacity here. Alright, let's take a look where the real magic happens here. So this is a 42-inch Excel deep deck. It's pretty thick, pretty chunky, so pretty much it just handles a lot more volume of grass than the old ones did, which gives you a better cut. This is the washout port on it. Nothing for bumpers on this, except for this little thing down here. It doesn't really do terribly much, but I guess it's there. So we have a bagging system on this. It is not the fancy blower bag system. It just uses the momentum that the blades give it to shoot it right up. And in here, it works pretty good. It's starting to, the seal is starting to kind of come off here, so it doesn't shut extremely easily. And also these bags, the metal rods in here, can start to bend, but otherwise it works great. And here we go again. I can't shut the thing because of the seal. One thing I should mention on the baggage system, this little red thing here tells you if your bags are full or clogged, I guess I should say. So, but when it's off, it's gonna stay like this. When it's not clogged, it'll be here. When it is, it'll be there. And it clogs a little bit more often than I would like it to. If the grass is even a little bit wet, it's probably gonna get clogged. But I guess that's what you get for not paying for the extra blower version. For the dash here, the orange is the throttle. You pretty much want it all the way up when you're cutting. This is the choke right here. It's spring loaded, so you're not gonna leave it in choke, which is very nice. I think that was kind of a good idea to do there. This is your blades. So this turns on your blades. Pull it up, blades are on. Push it down, blades are off. For the parking brake here, this is your brake. So if you push this all the way down, and then push this lever down, that unlocks the brake. And push it down, pull the lever up, the brake is locked. This is your cruise control. I don't find myself using it a whole lot, but some people might if you own a big field and it doesn't really matter where you go, you just mow it. This button here, you hold down if you want to mow in reverse. While we're down here at the pedals, got a forward and a reverse. So your heel gets to stay planted. Just nice. You don't have like a little rocker pedal. Those always seem kind of weird to me, but maybe it's just because I've always used this setup before. It has a hydrostatic transmission, so no shifting into reverse or forward or whatever. You just press the pedal. You got some storage right in there for a water bottle or whatever else you're drinking while driving. Another cool feature on the seat is this little lever right here. Push it this way, and then you can slide the seat forward and back. Alright, so why did we buy this versus buying a zero turn? Well, the first thing is how it handles hills. This thing can handle hills better than most zero turns. Zero turns tend to spin on hills, as far as I know. And then secondly, because we can plow a driveway with this thing, we can snow blow it. So while we're on that, the deck here and the snowplow, neither of them are easy to put on or take off for the most part, but they do both work great when they are on. Here's the belt under here. kind of all over the place, but you can probably see it there. Alright, as far as snow blowing on this thing, the snow blower is great. Tractor does a great job. Power steering is nice to have. The power lift is nice to have for blowing. My only complaint is the little bolts that John Deere has to keep the blades from disconnecting from the whole system. They break way too easily. We just use our own because we do not want to have to deal with broken bolts. Here in Michigan, we can get some wet snow sometimes, and it's just kind of a pain in the butt to replace them all the time. Maybe another question people might ask is, why would you buy the X series over the D series? Because the D series are cheaper. Well, I guess that's kind of part of it, because the X series is just made a little bit stronger. It's just made a little bit better. Maybe some more metal pieces versus plastic pieces. But either one is a great machine. There are a couple things on this John Deere tractor that can be kind of annoying, but there are ways to get around that. Here's a couple of things that we changed. Alright, the first thing we changed, if you remember, if you want to mow in reverse, you have to hold down this yellow button. Well, sometimes you don't want to have to hold down a yellow button when you're in reverse. It's also an even bigger pain when you're snow plowing, because when you turn the blades on and off, it breaks the little bolts, which we'll talk about later. So anyway, we unplugged this thing from here, put some electrical tape around it, and now we can mow in reverse. All right, for maintenance on this thing, this nice little maintenance schedule right up here. It's just nice, you can't lose it unless you lose your whole entire hood, which is bad. So here's your air filter. Just twist these, pop this off. There you go. Fuel filter. And then put oil in, oil filter, take oil out. John Deere has a good reputation for quality. My only complaint is this. Yeah, I think a brand with that good reputation for quality should maybe fix that. So as far as the snowblower we have in this thing, it's 44 inches wide, very tall. It pretty much goes through anything and shoots it out this. I mean, it has power. The bolts I was talking about are to keep this from being able to freely slide. One very important thing is cut quality. This tractor does an amazing job of cutting, especially with that XL deep deck. We also bag it, so we don't have a whole lot of grass laying around anyway, and I don't have a whole lot to compare it to since our last tractor was also a John Deere. But as far as I can tell, cut's great, stripe's nice, and does a very good job at what it is meant to do. Okay, let's talk about this little gauge here. Not huge, but it works. So you have your gas right in the center, hours, battery, speed is over here if it was on. And then for the key over here, if you flip it to this one, your lights will turn on if you're mowing at night. And then all the way over is when you're turning it on, and we'll get into that in a minute. You'll notice it says my gas is low, and I have this all the time. I'll fill it up, and then maybe 15, 20, 30 minutes later, it'll be sitting right here blinking at me for the whole rest of the time, which could be anywhere from, probably about 2 hours. It'll sit there and tell me I need to fill it up. So that is a little bit of a pain. All right, turning this thing on. So push the brake down here, then push and hold the choke up, but I don't have 3 hands, so I can't do that. And then turn the key. Alright, that concludes my video on John Deere X370 lawn and garden tractor. Thanks for watching.